Usapin naman ang pagdami ng bilang ng Chinese students sa probinsya ng Cagayan at iba pang usapin ating talakayin kasama si Colonel Francel Padilla, ang tagapagsalita ng Armed Forces of the Philippines. Colonel Padilla, magandang tanghali po at welcome back sa Bagong Pilipinas ngayon, ma'am.
Magandang tanghali po, Yusek Edu and Nina. Good to be back here.
Yes. Colonel, napaulat po ang pagdami ng bilang ng Chinese students sa probinsya ng Cagayan. Ano po ang masasabi dito ng AFP?
From the part of the AFP, sir, any report that is given sa armed forces, we take it seriously. So this has been coming out in the open nga na napag-usapan ito. Pero syempre, it's not just within the bounds of the AFP, sir. So meron tayo dyan how they got in the Philippines in the first place, yung legality nung pagpasok nila dito sa bansa natin. Do they have the necessary papers? And sabi nga, estudyante to. So kung meron ba silang student visas that are required. So we are coordinating with the Bureau of Immigration, the DFA, and since students to, sir, pati yung CHED. Sa side naman po ng armed forces, because we are looking towards the national security implication of this, we are closely coordinating also with the Philippine National Police because they are in charge of peace and security. So napaulat naman po ng ating spokesperson ng PNP na generally peaceful naman po as of this time po sa area.
Nabanggit nyo yung national security po. Maituturing po ba ninyo na maaari itong maging banta sa ating seguridad? At nakikita po ba ng AFP, since malapit po yung Cagayan, di ba, dyan sa Taiwan, baka may kaugnayan po ito sa usapin sa West Philippine Sea?
As I said, we take all of these things seriously. So we are conducting our internal investigation on the veracity of these reports. Ano ba talaga yung pakay nila towards this influx of these numbers, And kasi marami din pong factors involved. It can be also sinasabi nga ng local politicians natin there. It could be helping them in terms of tourism and also the economic side of things, Because we also have educational tourism. So, yung mga ganon, sir, we're looking at all of these angles.
Actually, partner, bumisita kami recently dyan sa Cagayan area. At sa flight nga namin going doon, ma'am, marami kami nakasabay na tourist talaga. Mga foreigners going dito sa Cagayan, sa Kawayan, sa Isabela, at sa area ng sa region na yon. Pero ma'am, sa inyong pagtataya po or initial assessment, yung dami ba ngayon ng mga Chinese na students na to is an alarming level na po ba to warrant this kind of checking or investigation on the part of our authorities?
It depends kasi, sir, on what could be alarming to that effect. If we look at it at the security standpoint, kung ano po yung what will come out of our internal investigation of kung threat ba talaga ito. Because ang sabi ko nga, there's different facets to it. So it could be helping us in the economic side of things, but look, our perspective is in the security side. So sa side po namin, rest assured po that the AFP will take this seriously, and of course, it's our mandate to protect the people and secure the state. So gagawin po natin po yung role natin sa usapin ito.
Yusek Edu, yung nakita mo ba mga turista sa eroplano papuntang Cagayan, Chinese?
Yes, Chinese.
Mostly
Oo,
Chinese
mostly
tourists.
Chinese. Yes,
Iiba yung tourist sa estudyante kasi yung isang report. Kanina kasi nakikinig ako kay Congressman Erwin Tulfo and ito yung topic nga at in-interview rin kayo Pero medyo worth noting lang yung sinabi na 4,000 plus daw yung mga Chinese students. Although sabi nung governor po, si Governor Mamba na nasa 400 plus lang. And then sinasabi nila na nagrenta raw ng mga lugar doon for 10 years. Which is very weird, very confusing, di ba? Taga magtataka ka bakit 10 years. At meron din daw silang mga interpreters pa na kasama. So,
Yes, ma'am,
ano po ang reaction nyo dyan?
Opo. So, yun nga, these are the reports that has been given to us. And as I said, AFP is one entity and we're looking at the national security implication to this. And so this is going to be a cooperation between all of the different agencies. So lahat po ng pwede nating partner in this effort of really looking at the background of this, yung paano sila nakapasok, sino-sino po talaga sila. Gagawin po ng AFP po yung pakikipagtulungan po sa iba't ibang ahensya.
Partner, madagdag ko lang, by comparison lang, alam natin na marami rin mga Korean students na nagpupunta sa bansa natin, pero nandyan sila sa Cebu, sa mga iba't ibang lugar dito sa NCR, pero hindi tayo nagkaroon ng ganitong issue naman sa mga Korean. So, ano po bang difference this time? Bakit merong ganitong alarma po sa mga Chinese na mga estudyante?
So yun nga sir, as I said, any report that is given us, we take it seriously. So because this came out as a report to us as well to look into, kaya really we'll be looking at it closely and monitoring it po.
Just performance of their mandate, partner.
Yes,
Yes.
kasi alam naman natin may issue sa West Philippine Sea, kaya iba yung, kumbaga iba yung...
Sensitive.
Oo, sensitive yung sitwasyon. Talagang bawat galaw questionin mo. So, sa ibang usapin, may tungkol pa rin sa Chinese nationals. To, Yusek.
Colonel, sa ibang usapin naman po, may mga nakumpiska daw pong high-powered firearms and ammunition at iba pang kontrabando ng mga otoridad mula sa isang Chinese national dito naman sa Taguig City sa Metro Manila. Ano pong mga detalye dito ang masasabi po ng AFP?
Ito sir, nakita nga natin, no, there were reports of this and there were videos that came out. No? So this was an operation that was conducted. So ang sa side po namin, we are closely working with other security agencies on this. No? So yun nga po, we are closely working with the PNP and other, yung mga, the same po yung mandate namin. So kung ano po yung role that the AFP would play in all of this, we are willing po to cooperate with the necessary agencies po. Basta po hingin nila yung tulong namin in any of this, dyan po yung AFP to assist them, sir.
Ano po ang maaaring maging parusa sa mga Chinese national po na nakuhanan ng mga armas?
Ito po will fall into the category of kung saan po yun sa batas natin, no? Yung our national laws, kung saan magfo-fall ng category yung cases that will be filed against them. So there are also agencies that will be dealing on this. Yun sa peace and order nga po, PNP po ang nagte-take charge po dyan.
Ibang usapin ulit, Colonel, kung yung mamarapatin, dito naman tayo sa 2024 balikatan exercises. Ano ho bang kahalagahan ng balikatan exercises at ano pong tulong ang may bibigay nito lalo na sa mga ordinaryong mamamayan po?
So, yung balikatan exercises nga po, no, nasabi po ng ating presidente kahapon, is one of the biggest, no? So, it's also the first time that somebody, another nation, like-minded nation is joining us, no? In the yung France po will join us in our maritime exercises, and of course Australia is also joining us. And we have other nations who's also going to be there as observers. So, para po sa Armed Forces of the Philippines, this is a very good move in the right direction for us to increase po yung our learning curve, no? Nakikita kasi natin with these exercises, paano we can interoperate and integrate our systems with other like-minded nations in the event of any eventuality, sir, no? Not just for the defense side of things, but also in terms of HADR, so humanitarian assistance, as the case may be.
Meron pong tanong dito ang ating kasamahan sa media na si Chino Gaston ng GMA News. May disciplinary measures daw po ba na maaaring ipataw kay Davao del Norte 1st District Representative Pantaleon Alvarez sa mga panawagan niya na pagbawi ng suporta ng AFP bilang siya ay isang Marine Reservist?
Yun nga sir, no, na-identify natin that he is a Marine Reservist, but there are two categories to being a reservist. So you can be an active reservist and you can be a non-active na reservist. So yung active po, reservist yung category nila, but they're actively performing duty with the AFP now. So they can be lawyers, they can be teachers, and all those, no. Si Kong Alvarez po is not active as of this time. And also, when he stated that po, he is not stating that in the capacity of being a reservist. So he wasn't in uniform and not really yun po yung kinuha niyang personality when he spoke about it. So we defer this po to ating higher level courts, no? DOJ is already conducting an investigation on this. So, doon po muna natin, sir, i-ano. But in terms of the laws of the AFP po, sa policies po natin, meron naman pong in our articles of war that can handle it. And he can be separated po from reservists and delisted po.
Okay. Okay, maraming salamat sa paglilinaw na yan, Colonel Francel. Mensahe nyo na lang po, paalala sa ating mga kababayan.
So overall po, no, yung sandatahan lang lakas ng Pilipinas po, nasabi po ng ating Chief of Staff, General Romeo Browner po, no, we will be remaining professional, committed, and united. We are, we are not leaning into these political issues. Rest assured po that we will be performing our mandate of protecting the people and securing the state. Yung makakaasa po kayo na nandyan po kami, pangangahalagaan po namin ang soberenya ng ating bansa.
Right, maraming salamat po sa inyong oras at sa pagdalaw sa amin ulit, Colonel Francel Padilla, ang tagapagsalita ng Armed Forces of the Philippines.